Right now, inside every woman's body, there is a literal countdown clock ticking. It's not just a metaphor. We're talking about the biological stage for a high-stakes event that happens just once a month and only for a few hours. Let's dive right into the exact, deeply complex timeline of how human life actually begins. 1 million. That's a massive number, right? A woman is actually born with nearly 1 million eggs in her ovaries. But her body doesn't release all of them. Once a month, the ovary lets go of one single egg. Just one. Out of that staggering starting pool, only a single solitary egg drops into the fallopian tube to kick off this whole process. 24. The exact moment that single egg drops into the fallopian tube, a strict, high-pressure biological clock starts running. The egg faces a rapid 24-hour window to get fertilized. If it doesn't happen in that exact time frame, the egg is gone. Forever. Talk about incredibly high stakes. Section 4. The Race of Millions. Now, on the flip side of this biological equation, you've got millions of cells kicking off a frantic race toward the fallopian tube. But here's the crazy part. The female body actively filters out the competitors in what's essentially a brutal biological gauntlet. Got a bad shape? Gone. Moving too slow? Gone. Took the wrong path? You're out of there. The body rigorously tests all of them. So out of those millions of initial swimmers, maybe just a few hundred will even get close to the egg. And then the egg does something wild. In the exact fraction of a second a sperm arrives from those few hundred survivors, one single sperm touches the egg. The very second it touches, the egg seals itself instantly. A hard shell locks shut, creating an absolute impenetrable barrier. Every single other competitor is blocked out forever. There is only one winner, and the race is permanently over. Section 7. The Single Winner. Inside that locked shell, those two cells merge to become one. And this single cell carries a complete copy of human DNA. From that exact moment on day one, it starts copying itself in this incredibly rapid, microscopic cloning process. One cell divides and becomes two. Two cells become four. By day 5, it's formed into a tiny ball of over 100 cells. Yet, amazingly, it is still smaller than a single grain of sand as it travels down the tube. Section 9. The Vital Lifeline. So traveling out of the fallopian tube and into the uterus, this microscopic cluster of cells really has to secure its future. It does this through a process called implantation. The cluster literally digs in and attaches to the uterus wall to build a direct connection straight into the mother's bloodstream. This isn't optional. It's an absolute necessity to start receiving food, oxygen, and literally everything it needs to survive. Section 11. From Cell to Fetus. Once that lifeline is firmly established, a rapid assembly begins. Just think about this timeline. On day 1, fertilization occurs. By day 5, over 100 cells have formed. Skipping ahead to week 6, something totally remarkable happens. A tiny heart bump actually starts to beat. And by week 8, it's no longer just a cluster of cells. Doctors officially call it a fetus. Arms, legs, a face, the whole shebang is starting to assemble and take form. We're looking at these microscopic mechanisms objectively right now, but, this exact process is deeply personal. All of this, from one single egg released out of nearly 1 million to one single winning sperm surviving out of millions. It happens inside every single one of us. You started exactly like this. One cell, one winner, one entire human being. That is how life actually begins. When you take a step back and really look at the intense biological filters, that strict 24-hour ticking clock, and the exact fraction of a second that shell locks shut, you're left with one massive question. Just how many near impossible, mathematically staggering events had to perfectly align in a single day for you to be sitting here watching this explainer right now?